Good evening, guys. It is 5:30 p.m., which means it's time for gist, banter, all that is trending and exclusive on social media. You're watching AFIA TV official on AFIA TV. My name is Igbobinna, your official gist buddy, and I know it looks different. That's because we are not in a regular studio. We are on Foodopolis on the Main, one of the best restaurants in the heart of Enugu. I think when Foodopolis launched last year or 2 years back, and the first time I was here, the food I had, and to think that they've been keeping up with the quality for years, I think that's one of the things that, put you guys on game. One of the things that Enugu restaurants really lack, quality. They will first start giving you like sweet food and sweet deals, and you're like, yes, I found the restaurant after my heart. And then after like months, it does drop. But Foodopolis on the Main has been, they've been giving us back to back to back to back. So yes, big shout out to Foodopolis for letting us use our space. And you're wondering, why are we not even doing this in the studio? That's because we are taking AFIA to the heart of Enugu. This month, we have our O40 month. So you're going to be seeing the beautiful scenery, all of the beautiful places throughout the month of Enugu. So yes, if you are looking for the best places, restaurant, hotels, locations, AFIA is going to be outside. So this month, we're outside. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll go straight into all of the trends. You're welcome back to the program. You're still watching AFIA TV official on AFIA TV. My name is Igbobinna, and I'm here with Igbobinna. Did I get that correctly?
Sure.
What does it mean?
First of all, I'll start with correcting the pronunciation.
Yes.
I like saying it with a bad voice.
Okay.
Because there's
I don't
an
have a bad voice.
Yeah, I understand, but then you can't try it.
Okay.
You say this way, Igbobinna, so there's a tonation to it. And it actually means the heart of the fathers.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's Obinna on one end, and there's Igbo on the other end. Yeah. So Igbo is, for me, I believe it's a short way of saying Ndibo.
Okay.
Yeah. So Igbo Obinna is Obi.
Yeah.
The heart of the fathers. Yeah.
What state are you from? What state are you from?
I'm from Enugu. I was born in Nsukka.
Born in Nsukka, but you're from Enugu State. Wow. So this O40 month speaks to you because
it does.
It's your month.
Obviously.
One thing about Igbobinna is that he's an amazing artist. Like, if you see the artworks behind me and even some that are going to display on the screen. So I want to ask you, what's your creative process like?
I would say it's a natural thing. It's something that it's a skill you can learn, but then the ideas come because it's something you are born to do. You see, you can always learn technical skills, but then I feel it's because it's in me, which is why my process has been way easy. For instance, when I get the ideas, they just have to come. Just like the way you have to hear poems in your head before you write them down. Yeah, so sometimes especially when I'm working out or when I'm sleeping, some of them come in songs. And I will just have to, write them down immediately or make a quick sketch before they leave. And then when that is done, I move it from having to set up whatever it is I'm going to make use of in order to bring out those ideas, to real life for others who didn't see it to actually see what it actually looks like.
I can say that most of your artwork or a lot of your artwork is kind of indigenous, if I can say that, true. So are you saying that you being an Igbo person, greatly reflects your art? Because I look at a lot of your art. I think one of my favorite ones has to be the one of Ojukwu.
Oh, okay.
So colorful, like so beautiful, so lively. Like when I said, I was like, how does in the enter person head to even think of? So like you're saying, like being an Igbo, how does being Igbo, reflect in your artwork?
First of all, you can't actually give what you don't have, and then you can only best express yourself from the things you've soaked in. So a child born into the world is like a sponge. So they get to absorb whatever it is that is around them, from what the people say to what the people do. You don't even have to necessarily teach a child because you're always looking at you, So I feel being born in Nsukka feels entirely different, because I believe for the reason that the university is there, it brought a whole lot of people from the Igbo states around there to come there. So for someone like me who schooled in the university school, I met Igbos from different parts of the Igbo nation. Yeah. So that actually curated my sense of identity in such a way that I can't actually act like I'm from a place I've never been.
Yeah.
I was born here, I've always been here. So if I have to speak, I should be speaking like I'm from a place I've, been.
Yeah. That makes sense. You're a really amazing artist, and I think we'll speak more on that later. Let's go to things that are trending. And number one, of course, the good people of Nigeria, our Nigerians, have been protesting since the 1st of August. Today is the 5th day in the month of August, so which is like the 5th day of protest. And first of all, I personally think it's really reckless that the president had to address us after 4 days. I'm not gonna lie, like, how would your people be protesting for days and then you're addressing them 4 days after? I don't know, to me, like, that was somehow. But then even the address that he addressed us, because people were protesting, or Nigerians are protesting because of bad governance and they want to end hunger and all of that
Hunger
stuff.
was just,
hunger is like the main reason why people are protesting.
That's pitiful, actually. Pitiful.
Big 2024, we're protesting because of hunger. Like,
giant of Africa.
Really pitiful, like you said. And first of all, it was a leaked speech. People were seeing the speech like the night before, the day before. Nigerians were literally reading the speech with him. Like, I'm telling you, I saw videos, people reading the speech, like, exactly. When I saw that it was leaked speech, I was like, okay. And then I saw the video and I'm like, this is exactly word for word. The 24 things that was listed out, exactly what he said. So people are angry, like, don't you at least owe us like a bit of, why are we getting the speech before you even said it? That's one. And number two is, the speech there's nothing hunger inside.
I can probably argue that it wasn't even written by him,
Obviously.
Prepared by someone else, and then
alleged people, obviously. I agree with what you're saying, but then another thing is, people are protesting because of hunger, and we're not seeing anything hunger related. What we are seeing is that there are people against the government, and these are the people that are going to come for people against the government. We have increased barrel production, we've increased barrel, this one, we've increased that, which is good. It's like as if you're coming to come and tell us the good things you've done, but we are still saying that, this your workings, we know they see them. It's really not reflecting.
Another thing he said that really made people go crazy was when he said we can manage our hunger. Because it's really painful, because imagine what we've been through over the years, even from the NSAS protest time down to now. I think Nigerians actually have, for them to protest, for them to be protesting that they are hungry. With some of the images, for example, where the woman was holding the empty pot, you can actually feel the bitterness that people are actually ready to die. With the army shooting them than for them to die of starvation.
True.
It's crazy.
True. So, and we've been managing our hunger long enough, and at this point, we cannot bear this anymore. We can't take this again. But yeah, some of the comments here say he was praising himself instead of addressing the masses. This one says, Mr. President said so much without saying anything. Reverse the price of fuel, reverse electricity tariff, reduce cost of governance, fix our refineries, and just be a good leader. Nobody they drag your tongue with him. Nigerians are hungry and hopeless. Dear Mr. President, the entire speech did not address anything. People made demands during the protest. All you needed to do was to address those demands. But no, you rather went ahead to read the already leaked speech. It has been confirmed that Nigeria is a comedy channel in heaven. It's not uncommon for leader speeches to be leaked. In fact, extras of such speeches are passed to media houses officially in advanced countries, and leader of opposition is privileged to the full content maybe an hour before it's addressed to the nation, okay? Important speeches like this for any president in the world is usually written. He can't risk memorizing the speech because if he makes any mistake, it can lead to a serious reaction from the citizens, all right? I'm utterly disappointed and disheartened to see the state of our country. What's even more frustrating is this Tinubu's speech shows a complete lack of empathy and understanding for the people's struggles. The real question is, how was it leaked and who is responsible? Such people are very dangerous, especially if they have direct access to critical information. This isn't political, this is a fact. Nigeria will be great again. I think, while I agree with, the speech being leaked or whatever, it's like somebody commented, I think it's true that they have to, pass the to media houses and all of that, but getting it the night before, like I was seeing 7 a.m. was when his speech was live on NTA. I saw this speech like the night before.
You can even imagine that they probably had, they had to start early, right, so that they can get at least enough attempts for him to probably get it right.
My hand is not there anymore.
I feel it's a very serious case that any compassionate president or leader would want to probably come out and address the people.
And it's to show that like a lot of Nigerians really did not rate what he had to say or what he was saying. People are still protesting. People are still protesting. Even on that particular Sunday, even on Sunday, people still came out to protest. Yeah. Today being Monday, people are still protesting. And it's very sad, and it just shows that we have a government that is very, very insensitive. I'm sorry to say. Like, you have a government that is very insensitive, because at least do one thing, or at least promise to do one thing, let people rest. But this is 5 days, like 5 days more to go with this protest, and we are not getting any. Like, it's a 10-day protest. You know how bad it has to be that people are planned to do a 10-day protest. In that 10 days protest, people are not even backing down. Like, it's very, 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 very sad. We've seen people that protested against protests. People like, there's not. No, please. I don't want to dwell on this. Let's go on a very quick break. When we return, more stories on AFIA TV Official. Hey, welcome back to the program. You're still watching AFIA TV Official on AFIA TV, and right now we are going to be looking at our next story. Now we have two, but I think I want to take. If I go to that one, and let me skip this one and go to the one I think really affects me directly. And it's P Square. I'm not going to lie, affects me directly because...
It's P Square again.
Eh?
It's P Square again.
Is it P Square again they used to say? No, it's just P Square.
Like, P Square again.
It's P Square again. Yes, I agree. P Square again. Because it feels like it's every Olympic year. It's every Olympic year that they break up. We hear, okay, they break up and then they come back together, and then they break up and then they come back together. And it's really sad, because for a lot of us, P Square made the most of our childhood. And not even just childhood, like our teenage years, like, we're jamming P Square, like, they like, these were some of the first artists. When people like Asake and, Fireboy and Rema, they're meeting celebrities, I'm like, I beg. Then P Square, when they were eating, collaborations and all of that, like P Square was, I think P Square did with T.I. Sure. Yeah, P Square did the song with T.I. Ejajo.
I think Rick Ross as well. So.
Yeah, P Square did with T.I. did with Rick Ross. Did with like
was
the biggest people.
That was the track.
Yeah, Beautiful Onye was with Rick Ross. Like they did with Akon. Yeah, they did with Akon. Yes. And this was like that was when it was, music. Nigerian music was Nigerian music, and it was just really, really beautiful to see. And they gave us some of the best tracks. And well, like I said, every Olympic year they fight, they come back together. They fight, they come back together. And this Olympic year they fought again, and it's a lot messier than we're seeing. So Peter P Square. And Peter P Square is the one that is on low cut. Then Rude Boy is the one that is. Rude Boy is the one that is, has dreads and all of that.
Describe them.
Yeah, because a lot of us we don't really know. So Peter P Square said, I wrote 90% of P Square. No, Paul Okoye rather said, I wrote 90% of P Square songs. All those years I never spoke about it or demanded a kind of respect. My brother dances very well, and yes, I respect him for that. So I cannot dance. So us together we were complete. I just feel bad he had to separate and make a point. Sometimes family is more than any point you want to make. I'm sorry there will be no P Square again. We can't keep pretending and hurting fans. So this is from that one. Yeah. Paul Okoye saying that, because then Rude Boy, yes. So Rude Boy is one now saying that, he wrote 90% of the songs, and which I think is common knowledge. Everybody knew that Peter was the dancer. Yeah. Everybody knew Peter was the dancer. Everybody knew that Paul was the songwriter and one that sang better. And to be fair, if you look at
both
a lot
sides
of
are important,
which made them like a power duo and all of that, which made them Peter and Paul, And then to be fair, if you look at their solo songs, I'm sorry, but Peter's, when it comes to like lyrics and the melody, Peter's songs, that this is P Square. You just know. Paul has more of dancing songs, and Peter is more melodious, which is something that we know P Square to kind of be, to be fair. But Peter even went on Paul even went on a podcast and talked about how his brother even used the FCC to arrest him. Now, recently. Recently. So now Joe Igbokwe, who is one of APC chieftains, now said, so shameful that two twin brothers, Paul and Peter, cannot work together, cannot love one another. They cannot trust each other. They cannot think together. They cannot reason together. They cannot forgive each other. They cannot manage their wives. They cannot manage their success story. They cannot control their emotions. They cannot manage. He just had a lot to say about what they cannot do and all of that. And of course, people had different reactions to it. People said different things about it. People agree, people do not agree about it. And other people are obviously, Paul rather came for him and was like, please mind your business, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, some of the comments here, Joe may not be liked, but he said the truth on this matter. The P-Square team should be put their house in order. They should stop quarreling like face me, I face you women. If you really have conscience, you wouldn't be insulting him for telling you the bitter truth. The highest sin or reason causes the clash with your brother is just worldly things, which are all vanity. Tell Joe thank you for advising you rather than insulting him. Who know the full story, I beg. Nobody they respect elder these days. Is Paul Okoye disrespectful? Imagine a celebrity that a younger generation look up to as a role model. He's playing complete disregard for grey hair. You're supposed to redeem the image of your... Which one is ethnic group now? I projected positive. I see people just used to comment anyhow.
You can't do
Oh my
without
God.
saying it.
Rude should have some respect and stop misbehaving like he's in his early 20s. Someone said elder and elder papa don't collect. People are very funny. Somebody's name is Rude Boy. And you are like bashing him for being rude. Like it's literally in his name, like he's Rude Boy for a reason. But yeah, like with this whole P-Square beef and P-Square Quanta and all of that, what's really your take on it?
You know, I think the line is from Fino's song when he said, family c'est beaucoup, know the peak side, you know. Because I think this is some, especially if you have to speak in public.
Yeah.
You might have opinions, but you might choose not to air them.
Yeah.
But if you have to, you know, talk about them and you know that they might see it, I think it's best not to pick side and be like, I'm on this one side, I'm on this other side. But then P-Square we grew up with them and it has become an emotional thing. You know, with the way they'll come around, they would ask for forgiveness, even on stage, kneel down, and then they break up again. So it feels like nobody is actually going to take them seriously
anymore. Yeah.
Just it.
And I think that they both know what they're going through behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So you know, like there's one thing that you cannot tell somebody how to really react. The same way I can come here and be like, oh no, you should just settle it behind closed doors.
Of your control.
It's not my control. If people want to come and open podcasts and talk about it, like please, by all means, like we'll be here to analyze it, you know. But I just really feel like they should, as much as they can, you know, use emotional maturity. I think not just maturity, emotional maturity, knowing that there are a couple of people that look up to them, they are fans and all of that, and all this whole back and forth is there's how it looks. There's how it looks, so that they can have that, they can still maintain the same level of relevance and be on OG status that they are. Because the more they are doing this back and forth and all of that, I feel like they are losing minus OG points. Yeah, like they are losing it. I will not say they've completely lost it, because the thing is, with the level of success that P-Square had, it's not something you can completely lose.
Yeah, but you know, one thing with fame, from my own perspective, people are famous, but you don't actually see it from the outside.
I agree. And I feel like a lot of people do not really know how to separate the art from the artist. So if the artist is menting or doing anyhow, they will just, you know, gum it with the art. Do you understand? And all of that. So I think that's something that if we really master. So even if the person they move, no wahala, your song is nice, your movie is good.
I think I have an artist that is actually like that to me.
Yeah.
I've been able to separate him. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, very keyword. It's really not easy, but you know, it's something that you can definitely work around. All right, we'll go on our final break, and when we come back, we'll take our final story. Once again, you're welcome back to AFIA TV official on AFIA TV, and big shout out to Fudopolis on the main. That's the full name, not just Fudopolis. So big shout out to Fudopolis on the main for letting us use their space. You know, it's amazing and it's really beautiful. I know if you've been on the station throughout today, you'd have seen us do AM show and do lunch break and use different sceneries. Like they have like an indoor restaurant, have like a bar, have like a location is plenty. So yeah, big shout out to Fudopolis on the main. And if you want to grab a quick lunch, if you want to come out with your friends, celebrate your birthdays, Fudopolis on the main is your go-to. Now our final story, for those of you who live in Lagos and who love Bobrisky, congratulations. Happy Bobrisky release date to those who celebrate, because Bobrisky is out of prison. So now for those of you who do not know why the mommy of Lagos was even in prison in the first place, apparently she was arrested because of the Naira mutilation. And so the fine that the court gave her was 6 months. I think she only served 4. I don't think it's been up to 6. But yeah, she's out of prison. And of course, like I said, a lot of people are celebrating. So let's see a couple comments. This one said, Bobrisky done yellow pass before them. They rob cream for prison. This lady come fat past me where they house. Now she was in a prison she go.
Sunset lady.
Which one is his or her freedom? I thought Kiri already told us his gender and also rightly placed him with his fellow men in the same quarters. One go vacation, one go real prison. People were comparing both Bobrisky and Very Dark Man. The mommy of Lagos actually went on a vacation, busy maintaining beauty. VDMs were not even prison, and he stayed less than 3 weeks. The more you look, the less you see. The difference is that one has money to feed well in prison, while the other is struggling to make ends meet. Ha. They went through different shades of drilling. If you know, you know. You sure say Bobrisky did jail all this while, feel be house arrest. And there's difference between being sentenced to prison confinement and being in detention/custody. I know you're not a Bobrisky fan, but how do you feel about this?
I'm more concerned about the reason why she wasn't.
Yeah, it was naira mutilation,
and now I see people spraying their naira into drums or any other thing besides on the floor.
Yeah.
So
she went for a good cause. That's what I'm saying. She, her confirmed gender, her confirmed gender as at 4 months ago was man. So he went for a good cause. Yeah, because a lot of people are actually respecting the naira now. To be fair, true. We have more fake naira notes. People are spraying money into drums. People are using bundles and just keeping them on the table instead of the whole thing. And if that's what the aim of of him going to prison once, then it's a fair cause. Yeah, we've missed Bobrisky. So yeah, happy Bobrisky release day, true to those who celebrate. So like I said, Igbobinna is an amazing artist, so you should reach out to him if you want to get a couple of his works. If you want to commission a couple of his works, you should reach out to him. Where do we reach you? I'm on Instagram at Igbobinna_Eze. Okay, so yeah, Igbobinna_Eze. Reach out to him on Instagram. You will love it, love his works. I personally love the one he did of Ujuku. Like, that is beautiful. And if you look at some of his works displaying on the screen right now, he's a really talented artist. So yeah, you should commission a couple of his works for him. And of course, once again, big thank you to Fudopolis on the main. This has been really amazing. So like I have said, like I've been saying since the beginning of the show, if you want to grab a quick lunch, celebrate your birthday, want to just enjoy yourself and eat really good food, Fudopolis on the main is your go-to place. You should not miss it for anything. And it's right in the heart of town, so it's not something that you want to miss for anything. Once again, it's 042 month, which means that we are going to be in the heart of Enugu, all of the best places, location. This month, like I have said, we are outside. My name is Favor Obinyelba. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.